Doing that.
Really?
You threatened to kill me.
Oh, I mean, we mentioned your name several times there, though.
Yeah.
As an attempted murder?
It's good publicity for you.
Yeah,
There's
I thought
no
that
such
sounded
thing as bad pub, Ev.
Someone attempts to murder me is good publicity?
Well, I didn't do it. I just said I thought about it.
Yeah, I didn't catch that part, Evan. I just heard a glowing review of myself and Cece describing our great friendship. I didn't catch any negativity towards you at all.
Yeah.
No, none at all. None at all. You'll find all that on the new ESPN app, which, by the way, I thought I knew everything about it. I learned something just moments ago. So on the brand new ESPN app, the direct-to-consumer today, there's a category called Verts where you're going to get all of your social media that you want curated for you by way of all the ESPN accounts. And there's a discover part and a following part. The following part, if you click on it, you then could put your team preferences and it's going to curate it all for you. So I put all of my weird sports fandom in there and the leagues that you like. And like instead of going to Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it may be, you can get all of that right here through the ESPN app, as well as all of the programming and all the content.
So it'll fire up all of my hot takes that people hate about me talking about their team.
Yeah, I blocked those.
You blocked those?
Yeah, I actually blocked.
Oh, okay,
There's a block
okay.
Chris Canty. I clicked on that after I had
Got
an
it,
attempted
got it,
murder
got
there
it,
from
got it.
one CC moments ago. All right, we left off the latest comments. Brian Schottenheimer, head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, saying that he expects Micah Parsons to be playing on September 4th, opening night against the Philadelphia Eagles. And CC, you led us down the path of the math may not work, even if they were to come to a contract agreement today, hypothetically. Explain this.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's ultimately an acclimation period for every player. You have to get ready to play football, and the best way to do that is by practicing football, and Micah Parsons hasn't done that. So position to position, the ramp-up time is different. You see what's going on with Terry McLaurin and the Washington Commanders. He came off the PUP a little less than a week ago. He's starting to get acclimated to doing certain drills and practice, trying to prepare to get ready to play week one for his quarterback in the event that they're able to work out something on the contractual front. With Micah Parsons, we haven't seen any such movement. And I understand why from the player's perspective, because the front office and ownership haven't reached out to his agent. So we are seemingly no closer to a deal getting done than we were before the start of training camp.
How long does it take? Give me rough estimate.
As a pass rusher, here's what makes it interesting. You don't need anybody else to do your job if you're a defensive end, if you're a guy that gets after the quarterback. Mm-hmm. And so ultimately, it's about being able to get your body physically ready to go. It's not about building chemistry, rapport with the other guys, although that always helps. For Micah Parsons, we're starting to get around the time now where it's absolutely critical that he gets out on the football field if he is intent on playing week one. Because the last thing you want to do is have Micah Parsons go out there without enough ramp-up time and potentially have him have some type of soft tissue injury, some type of ailment that keeps him out for an extended period of time in the early goings of the season. We know how important he is to that team's overall success. We saw what that defense was in his absence last year. The last thing you want is for Micah Parsons to put himself in harm's way and have the risk of injury when he's going out there against the Eagles. It's ultimately about making sure the franchise protects the player from himself. I know Micah's going to want to be out there with his guys, but if he hasn't had enough time to get his body physically ready for what he's about to do and competing against one of the best offenses, one of the best offensive lines in football, then all of a sudden the Dallas Cowboys are undermining whatever potential that this team had coming into this season.
Cece, I want to follow up on that quickly, just so people understand, because obviously Micah has played in many games. What is so important about him getting involved in this time? Is it getting acclimated to the speed of the game? Is it his body absorbing those hits? Why is it so critical that he gets out there and gets those reps now before the season starts?
It's all of the above, Smalls. I mean, there is a natural physical toll that playing football has on you. Just the tension of hitting an offensive lineman 30, 40 times in a day. That matters in terms of being able to build up that callus and make sure your muscles are prepared to deal with the physical exertion that you're gonna put on your body when you get out there and compete in these games. And I think that's the area that the Dallas Cowboys have to start being concerned about when it comes to Micah. If you haven't been doing football movements, if you haven't been fighting against guys, if you haven't been, putting together pass rushes down after down, day after day, then it's going to be a shock to your body. It's like going out there and trying to run a marathon that you haven't trained for. Your body's just not going to hold up. It's going to break down. And that's the thing that you worry about with Micah Parsons, given that we haven't seen him do anything other than walkthroughs throughout training camp.
So Brian Schottenheimer also was asked about Troy Aikman, Monday Night Football, available on the ESPN app, direct to consumer, launched today, Troy Aikman's critique, which seemed to be fair, of the Cowboys, saying, well, you need Micah in order to win. Here's what their head coach had to say about that.
Well, to me, this is a team game. I'm not going to sit here and say that any player is more important than any other player. I just started out the press conference saying that it's going to take all 53 guys, and that's why Tyler Smith's spending time with Tyler Booker. And again, everybody has their thoughts and opinions and on the Micah situation. But, to me, what's going to make us special and what's going to allow us to win a Super Bowl would be when we're all performing. And we all get that it takes 53 plus in this league because you have elevations and things that you can do on game day with your practice squad guys and stuff like that. But again, I think that the ultimate team game, that's the way I've always looked at it, and I don't see this situation any different.
Every player on the roster is important. Not every player on the roster is as easily replaceable.
Thank you.
And that's where we land with Micah Parsons. So I respect what Brian Schottenheimer is saying. It's the right tone, right message to strike at this time, knowing that the team has been dealing with this distraction throughout the course of training camp. But I don't know how the Dallas Cowboys replace Micah Parsons if he's not going to go against the Philadelphia Eagles. With respect to the players that they've brought in this offseason, none of them are Micah. I know that they have high hopes for Donovan Ezeraku, their second-round pick out of Boston College. With respect to Solomon Thomas, Dante Fowler Jr., those guys aren't Micah. And so you just wonder, if Micah's not out there, who's going to carry the flag for that defensive unit? Who's the guy that the opposing offense has to be concerned about? Has to circle and know where he's at all times when he's on the field. The Dallas Cowboys don't have that. And so I don't know how Brian Schottenheimer's tenure as a head coach gets off to a good start if you're missing Micah Parsons in the early going of the regular season.
Yeah, that to me sounded very much like a first-time head coach. He didn't say anything wrong.
Well, he did, because he said that's how they're going to compete and win a Super Bowl. And that's incorrect, because that's not going to happen. So he did say something wrong.
Okay,
wow,
fair,
you're so
Smalls.
petty. You're so petty, Smalls.
Oh, I'm sorry, that didn't pop out to you? I'm like, we're talking Super Bowl? Why don't you get Micah Parsons on the field first?
Isn't he supposed to say that as the coach?
Maybe not right now.
Goal?
Maybe not right
As a
now.
first-time coach.
How you say this, Smalls? Just focus on the process. We're trying to get better day by day.
Well,
Come on.
that's
One task
you could
at a
say
time.
that. You could say that.
You could say that?
But I also think, this is the biggest misperception and misconception with so many things. The idea that people don't play favorites, and at times that people don't play favorites properly. I think you should play favorites if you're going to acknowledge it. The Kansas City, Andy Reid should say, Patrick has one set of rules, you guys have another. Now, his rules may be harder than yours because of who he is. The concept that we're going to treat everybody equally is just absurd.
Well, what did Jimmy Johnson say? I'll treat everybody fairly. I'm not going to treat everybody the same.
Right. And that's right. Now, that's Jimmy Johnson. How many years of experience did he have before he could say something like that? I'm not suggesting Brian Schottenheimer could say that, right? But I think if you're good, you ultimately get to the place like Jimmy Johnson got to, where it's like, of course Micah means more. You think the gunner on special teams, while important, is as important as Micah Parsons? Are you nuts? You think when Dak Prescott was going through his stuff last year in terms of the contract, that wasn't more important than signing a backup fullback? Offense. Let's just be. Come on.
No respect for fullbacks.
No, I do. I like fullbacks. I go look at the Super Bowl winners. All of them have fullbacks. I think it's a very underrated position in the NFL.
You love fullbacks and tight ends.
Kyle Juszczyk, hello. I love that guy. Lorenzo Neal, hello.
Evan Cohen, he don't want no wide receivers, just tight ends and fullbacks.
There we go.
Well, no, I didn't say. I want pass rushers. I want Trent Williams. Give me the Niners. I love the way they're built. Anyway, point is this. Brian Schottenheimer is a first-year head coach. Smalls is right. Talking about the Super Bowl seems a little much. Cece's right with the Jimmy Johnson stuff of you treat everybody equally, but what is it?